Muy buenas tardes, queridos, estimados participantes, darle la cordial bienvenida a cada uno de ustedes y felicitarles por ingresar de manera puntual a nuestra primera sesión de clase al curso gratuito de inglés avanzado C2. ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo nos encontramos? Seguramente estamos muy felices por empezar nuestra primera sesión de clase. Para nosotros, es un honor tenerlos a cada uno de ustedes. Es un honor poder servirlos. Nosotros estamos ubicados en Andahuaylas, Apurímac. Tenemos oficina principal y propia en el Girón de Ayacucho, número 528, para todos aquellos que nos quieren ver y también conocernos. Por otro lado, tenemos convenios con distintas instituciones de las cuales son parte de los cursos gratuitos. Asimismo, les presento a todo el equipo que viene trabajando con mucho amor para cada uno de ustedes. Asimismo, invitarles a seguir nuestra página, que ya contamos con más de 20 cursos gratuitos habilitados para el mes de diciembre. Por favor, aprovechar al máximo y pueden invitar a sus amigos, familiares o amistades. O si no, para mayor información, por favor, comunicarse con el siguiente numerito que está en la pantallita para poderlos ayudar a cada uno de ustedes. Comunicado importante, ojito aquí. Nosotros como institución no hacemos llamadas ni tampoco enviamos mensajes personales. Quien les habla, quien les saluda, soy la asistente académica Mónica Costa, quien les estará acompañando el curso. Para cualquier duda o consulta, por favor, comunicarse con mi persona con el siguiente numerito que está en la pantallita para poderlos ayudar a cada uno de ustedes. El día de hoy nos va a impartir una hermosa clase y también su conocimiento es la maestra Jenny. Asimismo, aprovecho a hacer el reconocimiento a la docente que va impartiendo su conocimiento en nuestra institución, el Tecnológico. Por favor, no se olviden de nuestros horarios y frecuencia. Martes y jueves, horario de 4 a 6 de la tarde, tendremos 2 semanas de nuestra capacitación. El día de hoy estaremos aprendiendo la sesión 1. Les recomiendo, por favor, que tomemos una foto o una captura de Mario para que tengamos en cuenta los temas que estaremos aprendiendo durante nuestras 2 semanas de capacitación. Sobre nuestra metodología, recuerda que la clase es en vivo y asimismo es grabada y se enviará a su grupo de WhatsApp para que usted pueda repasar y poner en práctica. Asimismo, ya se envió el material, por favor, ya vayan descargando. Toda la información como los enlaces, los videos, los manuales se envía a su grupito de WhatsApp. Al finalizar el curso, usted dará un examen para que pueda tramitar su certificado de manera opcional. Sobre el certificado ya veremos al finalizar. Esperamos que se lleven una bonita experiencia acerca de nuestra institución y puedan invitar a sus amigos, familiares y amistades. Sobre los envíos también ya veremos al finalizar. Sí, muy buenas tardes con cada uno de ustedes. Bienvenidas y bienvenidos al curso gratuito de inglés avanzado C2. Para empezar nuestra primera sesión y nuestra tarde y nuestra semana muy bendecidos, empezaremos con nuestra cita bíblica. Todo lo puedo en Cristo que me fortalece. Filipenses capítulo 4, versículo 13. Me acompañan con una pequeña oración, inclinen su rostro y cierren sus ojos. Sí, hay que pedir por cada uno de nosotros. Padre amado, bendito sea, muchas gracias por un día más de vida. Bendice a todos los participantes, bendice a todo el equipo y bendice a todas las personas que necesitamos de ti. Danos sabiduría, danos paz a sí mismo, ayúdanos a ser mejor persona día a día y perdona nuestros pecados en tu nombre, tu Jesús. Amén. Amén a todos. Y en breve se estará conectando la profesora Jenny para que nos pueda impartir una hermosa clase el día de hoy. Muy buenas tardes con cada uno de ustedes, queridos estimados participantes. Muy buenas tardes, Coco, ¿cómo estás? Muy buenas tardes con cada uno de ustedes, queridos estimados participantes. En breve ya se estará conectando la maestra para que nos pueda impartir una hermosa clase el día de hoy. Muy buenas tardes, maestra Jenny, ¿cómo está? Bienvenida, le cedo el espacio. Por favor, puede activar su audio y asimismo compartir su pantalla.
Buenas tardes, señorita Mónica. Buenas tardes con todos los presentes. let's start our class. Thank you so much for being on time. Okay, so as Miss Monica mentioned, today we are going to start our first session, Future Tense Review. Welcome to the Advanced English C2. Please, if you have any doubts, please write your questions in the chat. I will read every comment you consider here. Okay, consider to write. Okay, let's start. Thank you. Some online classroom rules. The first one, be on time. Claps for all the people that have been on time. Be prepared. Have everything you need to take some notes to review later. Write your questions in the chat. Keep your microphone off if at any point Miss Monica activate them. And also enjoy learning. Okay, this is a new experience, so try to get the best of it. Welcome everyone. Let's start with our welcome sign. Welcome everyone who shines. Welcome everyone who is here today, who's ready to share, who's curious and bright, who's ready to take flight, who's eager to learn. Welcome everyone who's full of glee, who's ready to be free. Welcome everyone who's from Peru and from another country. Welcome everyone who's connecting on time. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. So without further ado, let's start our first part with some reading. Okay. So in the bustling town of Yiggleville, there will be a renowned circus coming to town next week. The start of the show will be a talking parrot named Polly, who will predict the future with her squawks and big taps. As the townfolk will be eagerly anticipating the circus, Polly will be undergoing intense fortune-telling training. She will be perched on a tiny crystal ball, trying to foresee the silliest and most absurd events. Okay, so do you like going to circus? Have you ever been to a circus presentation? Yes? What do you like the most about circus? You've never been to a circus? Okay, good to know that. Any other ideas? Funny events? Yeah, exactly. In the first part of our reading, the clowns, very good. What's special about this circus? Is it the clowns? What is special about this circus that is coming to town? Something special about this? Polly. Who's Polly? Is it a woman? Is it a human? A talking parrot. Very good. What's her talent? Only talking? What's Polly's talent? Predict the future. Very good. Where is Polly going to be perched on? A branch? Excellent. It will predict the future. On a tiny crystal. Crystal what, Stephanie? A crystal? on a tiny crystal ball. Very good. On a tiny crystal ball. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Let's continue. So, on the day of the circus, Polly will have mastered her fortune-telling skills. She will have foretold that the mayor will have accidentally turned into a giant pickle while trying to cut the ribbon for the circus tent. As the circus unfolds, the mayor will have been in the middle of his speech when he will have started to transform into a pickle. He will have been stuck in a pickle costume for the rest of the show, trying to dance gracefully. In what situations do you normally cut a ribbon? In what situations? Excellent. When you have an opening of a ceremony. Very good. What happened on the opening day of the circus? Excellent. In an opening of a store, when you want to finish or when you want to present a building that has been under construction, or remodeling maybe. Excellent. Okay, what was Polly's prediction on the day of the circus? What was Polly's prediction? Yeah, inaugurate any play. Very good, Kevin. What was Polly's prediction for that day? One. Any ideas? Excellent. Something with the mayor, what? And what's the meaning of mayor? What is the meaning of mayor? Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. That's the excellent. Remember, mayor with the J, no Y. With the Y. It's okay. Y. Okay, the mayor, right? The mayor will have accidentally turned into a giant pickle. Very good. And what will the mayor will do when he was transformed into this giant pickle? What will the mayor do? Dancing. Very good. Do you like dancing? The people in the room, do you like dancing? What's your favorite type of music? Yes. Salsa, very good, Estefania. Good. Merengue, what about merengue? Do you like merengue? Maybe cumbia? Yes, very good. Thank you for sharing. The townsfolk, let's continue. Yeah, merengue and salsa, very good. Good choices, Silvia. The townsfolk will erupt into laughter, realizing that Polly's predictions had come true. They will decide that from now on, they will rely on Polly the parrot for all their future decisions. no matter how absurd they may seem. As Polly continues to squawk and tap her beak, she will be predicting more hilariously unlikely events, like cows learning to juggle and dogs becoming famous opera singers. Okay, in this part, this expression rely on. How will you use this expression? What will be a synonym for this expression, rely on? Excellent. Believe, trust, count on, right? Yeah, believe, trust, consider, take into account. Mhm. Take into account. Yeah, very good. Considering something. Mhm. Good. When they say erupt into laughter, what is that? How are you acting in this part? Are you acting serious and mad about something, or you are laughing, smiling, and enjoying the moment? Good afternoon, Martina. How will you feel when somebody tells you, I erupt into laughter? Mhm. Smile and enjoy. Very good. And this one, learning to juggle. Excellent. Mhm. Learning to juggle. What is that? What do you understand by this expression? Learning to juggle. Very good. Thank you, Miguel. Do you know that? Do you know how to do some juggle? Can you do some juggles? Or it's hard for you? To entertain people by throwing objects. Okay, it's hard, right? It's really hard. Some people do it so easily. It looks so easily, but for me, it's hard too. Uh-huh. I can juggle. Very good. Do you know how to sing? Don't worry, Kimberly. You are on time. We have started reading. Do you know how to sing? No? Do you know how to sing a song? No. It's also hard, right? Maybe in the shower, but not in public. Yeah, not very well, yeah. Good. So, years later, let's continue reading. Years later, Jiggleville will have been the happiest town in the world, thanks to Polly's accurate yet unbelievably comical forecasts. The mayor will have been famous not for his policies, but for his accidental pickle transformation. Polly the parrot will have been living a life of luxury, perched on a golden perch and sipping coconut water, content in the knowledge that she will have brought laughter and absurdity to the future of Jiggleville. Very good. Okay, so some questions about this small reading. What do you understand by this word? Accurate. Forecast. Forecast. What about policies? Locks. Luxury. Seeking. Excellent. Okay, let's start with the first one. Accurate. Accurate, it's when you are precise, right? Exact. Very good. Correct. You can fail. It has to be accurate. And what about forecast? When can we use this word forecast? Excellent. Predictions. Forecast could be for weather also, right? How's going to be the weather today? Can you tell me the forecast? Is it going to be raining? Is it going to be sunny? Is it going to be snowy? How's the weather? Predictions or forecast? Very good. Meteorology. Excellent. Meteorology, you forecast the weather or you forecast the future also, right? Because you can predict what's going to happen, maybe based on the weather or based on your feelings, right? And what about policies? Where is it raining? Yes. Rules, right? Rules, policies. Good. And another word, luxury. Yeah, good. What about luxury? Have you ever been to a five-star hotel? Have you ever been to a five-star hotel? Sure. Yeah. Okay. Good. What will be sipping? Have you used this word? Yeah. Sipping is like enjoying what you are drinking, right? Slowly tasting the flavor. Do you like coconut water? Do you like drinking coconut water? Yes. What do most people think about coconut water? What is it good for? Yeah, very good. Refreshing. When you are thirsty, this is really good, right? Coconut water. Yeah, very good. It's good for your health. Very good. Okay, so let's do some questions about our reading. What was the name of the town? Do you remember the name of the town? Where does the study take place? Jiggleville or Greenville? Which one? Pick only one. Okay, we can remember. Let's try to Jiggleville. This is right here. Jiggle bill so that we can make a resemble about the activities that happen. Jiggle bill. Very good. Good. That's the name of our town. Or the story takes place at Jiggleville. Who was the star of the circus? Who was the star of the circus? Polly. Polly. What did Polly predict the mayor will turn into? What did Polly predict the mayor will turn into? Into a pickle. Very good. Thank you for correcting the missing letter. Excellent. How did Polly prepare for her fortune telling act? Into people. Very good. Very good, Estefania, Mikael, Coco. How did Polly prepare for her fortune telling act? Did Polly practice for her act or not? Yes, very good. She has training. Very good. She has training to do this activity. An intense fortune telling training. Very good. What what did the townsfolk decide to rely on Polly for? To predict. Very good. To forecast, right? Train. Very good. What kinds of predictions did Polly make in the future? What kinds of predictions? Very good. Okay. What other predictions did Polly make? Excellent. Some events, doubts learning to juggle, unlikely events, very good, very weird or rare events that happen, very good, excellent. So let's analyze our future time chart. We are going to review something about simple future. When we talk about future, we normally use will or be going to, right? When we talk about be, we know that we are referring to the three elements that normally represent be. Which one are those? So you know, am, is, and are, right? When you hear be going to, that means that you are going to divide or you are going to classify be into three parts. Am, is, are. Will and be going to. So it's gonna be like, we are going to travel to Pura next weekend. You will like the hotel. You will love the hotel. It's a lovely place, very cozy, comfortable, and not expensive. So you will like the hotel. Another thing will be, you're going to like the hotel. Okay, maybe it's not that luxurious, but it's gonna be quite good for while we stay there. Hmm? Another tense that we are going to use here is the future progressive. You know that every time we talk about progressive, that means that we are going to use again verb to be and a base form in ing. Okay, all the time. Every time you hear progressive, that means that is in progress, is ongoing, is happening. So you have to use ing. Like here in the example, a week from now, you'll be relaxing in the sun. You'll be relaxing, as you can see the structure. You are going to have, I'm sorry, let me put it right here. Okay, you're gonna have will be relaxing. All the time you need to use be. And another verb, as I said, ending in ing. Mhm. That's normal. What we usually do here, as you can see over here. Mhm. And then a week from now, you're going to be relaxing in the sun. Mhm. So, question for you. Do you like relaxing in the sun or sunbathing? Like you can say also that sunbathing, when you go to the beach, you forget about everything, you disconnect from the regular activities that you normally do. Do you like to do that? How often do you do it? How often do you go to the beach or to a relaxing place? During summer, very good, Sylvia. It's sunnier. Yeah, maybe you are from vacation and you can enjoy this. Okay, another tense that we can use for future is the simple present, as you can see right here. You see, simple present. For example, over here it says the tour starts tomorrow at 4 p.m. Yes, I usually go to the park in the afternoons. Good. Me too. I love that. Yeah, very good. So here, another tense that we can use for future is the present progressive. For example, we are visiting our friends later this summer. Remember, here we are making a review about the different tenses that we can use for future intention, right? Normally, we usually use will or be going to, but we can have some variations. We can have the different tenses that can help us to talk about future. When we talk about these two actions in the future, we can use will or be going to plus simple present. I'll call you as long as we learn. You use this expression. You use future, I will call you, and you will say this as soon as we learn. Or we are going to visit Florence after we tour Rome. So, two actions that are happening in the future. One can be with will or be going to, and the other you express in simple present. And then we have the future perfect and the future perfect progressive. As I mentioned, every time you hear progressive, you need to use the be, verb to be, and the form of the base form in ing. Future perfect is will have, and also the past participle. Every time we hear also the perfect tense, that means that we are going to use the third column of the verb. And what's going to be our tricky part or the most difficult part of this is that sometimes we need to use irregular verbs or identify irregular verbs. That's why I always recommend you to study irregular verbs frequently, often, so that you get used to this type of verbs and you can identify them easily during your evaluations or your daily communication. Will have arrived by 4 p.m. And as I said, future perfect progressive, that's going to be we will have been flying for hours by then. Again, future perfect will have a form of be, been, and the base form with ing. So as I mentioned, this is just a review of the different tenses that we can use to express future intentions. Here you have the chart. Please try to review them, practice them to master this tense. Be, going to, and will, as I mentioned, is for mention what you think will happen in the future. For example, you can say, I think I'm going to enjoy the trip. Or I think I will enjoy the trip. Right? Sometimes we often use be, going to talk about future situation that is planned or already developing or happening. For example, you can say we are going to take our vacation in June this year because it's already planned. We are in April and you already know because maybe you have bought the tickets and you have booked the hotel or any other plans that you know that this is going to happen. No matter what, you are going to do this. So we are going to take our vacation in you. Or look at the sky. It's going to rain for sure because you can see dark clouds because the weather has changed. So based on those predictions, you can say, oh, it's going to rain. Okay, be careful. Use will, not be going to express a future action decided on the moment of speaking. For example, at this moment, I'm speaking, you are listening, so you use will, not going to. For example, oh no, I can't go to my dentist appointment this afternoon. I'll call and change it. So I'm sharing with you this expression, this statement right now because we are talking. And I say, oh no, something came up. I can go to my dentist appointment. I will call my dentist and I will change the appointment maybe for next week or maybe for tomorrow. Yeah. So this is the intention. You cannot say, I'm going to call and change. No, you need to use will. When you decide something, that's going to happen at the moment of speaking. Okay. So this is be, going to, and will. Let's continue. Actions in progress. Actions in progress, we are talking about continuous or we are talking about progressive. So we will use will be or be, going to plus the ing. Will be visiting Florence. Florence on our Italy trip. We'll be visiting. We are going to be spending time in Rome too. We often use the future progressive informally to talk about a future intention. So when they say informally, that means that you can use it or not many people use it. they try to communicate more in formal situations. So next week at this time will be climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Have you ever tried any extreme sport like climbing a mountain or trekking or parachuting, something like that? Have you liked doing those things? Or you think that they are very dangerous and you are not an adventurous type of person? Yeah, Coco, what have you tried? Scuba diving, parachuting, paragliding, skydiving, climbing Mount Everest canopy. Oh, that's good. Yeah, me too. I appreciate my life. Oh, Salcantay trekking. Yeah, great. Yeah, very good. Don't worry, Sylvia. Yeah, I'm looking on such activity. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Good. Thanks for sharing. So let's continue. Another part that we have here is future schedule events. So when you talk about a schedule, that means that you have an agenda to follow during the day or during the month because you work in a company and they already have established a schedule or a timetable that you cannot change. So you can use the simple present to talk about a future action or a state that is part of a schedule because you already know what is going to happen every part of the year, of the day. In this case, for example, you say, we leave on Saturday at 8 p.m. Or the plane arrives in Rome at 8:30 a.m. So this is going to happen because you already have a schedule to follow. Mhm. In those cases, you are able to use simple present. Mhm. What's going to be another? Future plans. We can also use the present progressive to talk about a future action or a state that is not just an intention, but it's already arranged. What is that? It's not just an intention, it's already arranged, it's already planned. For example, we are traveling to Japan in August. Why do you say this? Because we already have our tickets. So if you have the tickets, that means that you are going to be on the plane heading to Japan, right? And also they say over here, our friend Carrie is arriving tonight from Venice. So Carrie, he just called with the information. So you know that he is going to arrive tonight. He's arriving. Very good. Then we have two separate actions in the future. To talk about two separate actions or states in the future, use be going to or will. Mhm. In the independent clause and the simple present in the dependent clause. That's what we mentioned when we were checking the chart, right? Be going to, for example, when we are in Hawaii, we are going to surf. So we have a dependent clause because we are starting with the conjunction, right? When we are in Hawaii, then you have the comma. We are going to surf. And then we have, we'll rent a car when we get to Italy. The verb in the dependent clause is in the simple present, but its meaning is future. The meaning is in future. Don't use will or be going to in the dependent clause. Okay, the dependent clause has to be in simple present. We'll leave as soon as the taxi gets here. Mm. We will leave. Taxi also gets. What else? Actions before a time in the future. Use the future perfect to refer to an action or a state that will happen before a certain time in the future. And we are going to use the perfect progressive to refer to an action or a state that will be happening before a certain time in the future. And we can see in the examples, by the end of our trip, we'll have seen or we'll have learned a lot. It's going to be a memorable experience. By June 1st, we'll have been traveling for 2 weeks. Right. Some usage note that says we often use the future perfect with by and by the time. Right over here, by the time we finish our trip, we'll have visited 10 countries. How many countries have you been to? Have you ever had the opportunity to travel to other places? How many countries do you know? For example, do you know Spain, Venezuela, Colombia, any other places? Yeah, Canada, 3 times. Very good. And other places? Spain, Ecuador, and France. Very good. Peru, Chile, USA. I visit Ancash. Very good. Not travel to another country. Very good. Arica, Chile once. Have you ever had the experience to talk to an English native speaker? Very good, Kevin. Have you ever talked to an English native speaker? Yes. Very good. So let's do. Good. Good experience. I had a teacher from England. Yeah, good. Good. Kalimatang. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Let's work on this activity. We are going to read each sentence and we are going to complete with the correct form of the verb. You know, many options are going to be possible. What really matters here is to use the structure correctly. If you are going to use future perfect or future continuous or future simple future, how it's going to be the structure. That's what I want to see. Okay, let's work on number 1. Are you planning? Very good. Mhm. Okay. Are you going to plan? Are you planning? Very good. What about number 2? You will have become. Very good. Excellent. Mhm. She is traveling. Number 4. Will have been future perfect progressive by the end of the year. He will have been studying French for 5 years. Yeah, good. What about number 5? By the time she graduates, she will have learned. Learn? Good. Okay. Number 6. Will be exploring. Very good. Excellent. Try to complete the sentences. Let's continue working on this. Okay, let's continue. What about number 1? Complete the sentences with the correct tense. She was attending. Yes. She will attend a conference, right? She will attend a conference while her colleague presents. Okay, number 2. Any ideas for number 2? They are planning to visit the museum. Excellent. Very good. They are planning to visit the museum before it closes. Very good. For the day. Excellent. Thank you so much. What about number 3? By the time why past? Remember, we are using future tense. By the time you arrive, you arrive. So, by the time you arrive, what did I say in the explanation? When you use the expression by the time, you will use future perfect. By the time you arrived, Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly, we have been explaining about the future. Hemos estado trabajando un cuadrito con el futuro en todas sus presentaciones. Simple, progressive, perfect. Sometimes we use the future tense with the simple present and the progressive. So if you check, si revisas las anteriores diapositivas that we have been working on, you will try to catch up with your classmates. Podríamos empatarnos ahí un poquito para ver lo que estamos haciendo. We are completing of filling the gaps in using future tense. Excellent. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Silvia. Only one thing, Silvia. Drop the letter D in arrive. Remember, we are using future. So, by the time you arrive, we will have we'll have finished. Very good. Excellent. We'll have finished preparing the dinner. Very good. Okay, let's continue with number 4. How can you complete this sentence in future? Ver, ¿cómo podemos completarla en futuro? La número 4. Yeah, very good. Okay. He will work on his assignment while excellent listening. Listening to music. Excellent. He will work on his assignment while listening to music. What about number 5? Yes, you can use going to, you can use will. Remember that when you use will, there is a slight possibility that you can use going to. Very good. The team will celebrate their victory as the sun sets, right? Very good. Very good. Excellent. Let's continue. Okay, how can you complete number 6? Excellent. She will complete her workout and then Yeah, also, Sylvia, possible. And then her friends for lunch. Mhm. 7, they, the renovation project, and they, its success with complete and also celebrate. Yeah, they will complete the renovation project and they, mhm, and they will celebrate its success. Mhm. By the end of the week, mhm, very, okay, number 9. Mhm. Mhm. And number 10. The last one, he, mhm, is planning to finish reading the book and starting, right? Mhm. Okay, let's continue. So let's do some discussion time. How will we get around in the future? I want to hear your ideas in the chat. How it's gonna be the transportation in the future? Mhm. Speed transportation. Okay. Do you drive or you take a bus to go to any place? What is the transportation you use? Do you drive? Yeah, I take buses. Mhm. Public transport, yeah, okay. Mhm. Okay. So what do you think about transportation? Public transportation. Is it good? There is something you might change? Yeah. Yeah, very chaotic. Very good. Mhm. What about the planet? How do you see the planet in 10 years' time? Yeah, we need to improve our transportation system, that's for sure. They are terrible, chaotic. Mhm. About our planet, let's talk about our planet. What can you do to improve our quality of life in the future? Hmm. More pollution, yeah, very good. More pollution from transportation, from factories. Mhm. What can we do to help our environment? Friendly energy, recycle, mhm. The three R's. And what are the three R's? Let's use a plastic. Mhm. What do you understand? Yeah, by the three R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. What can we reduce? Reduce contamination, pollution, pollutants. Turn off the light if you are not using. Reduce the use of plastic containers. Very good. Plastic use. That's what we can reduce. And what can you reuse in order to help our planet in the future? What can we reuse? Yeah, water. Clothes. Very good. You can donate your pieces of clothes, and those will have a second life. What else can we reuse besides water, clothes? Yes, there's a new trend, right? There's a new trend to buy second-hand clothes. Yeah, exactly. And besides water and clothes, what other item can we reuse? Excellent, bags. Yeah, glass containers instead of plastic. Reuse, give a second life to things. Okay, but I ask you, besides clothes and besides water, what other items can we reuse? For example, if you use a printer, what can you reuse? Cartons, very good. Cans, fresh air, no smoking, good. Paper, we can reuse paper. How can we reuse paper? By using both sides of the paper, because many people use just one side and then they throw the paper away in the garbage. But you know that you can use it in both sides, right? Maybe not for presenting a project or an essay, but for your personal use, you can use both sides in order to cut down the use of paper, right? Okay, so we talk about reduce, reuse, and recycle. What can you recycle? Or what do you normally recycle at home to help the environment? Paper, plastic, aluminum, batteries, cartons, bottles, jars, cans. Very good. Talking about education, how will education be in the future? If we talk about education, how education will be in the future? How will education be in the future? Let's put it in bigger. How will education be in the future? Yeah, yeah. More technology. How can you rank the education system during the pandemic? Very good. Yeah, they will use ICT, gamification, the use of digital tools, technology. Did you study any course during the pandemic? Yes. Yeah, you improve your technology skills. University. Excellent. Not many people have the same resources. Excellent. Very good. How do you think will life be in 10 years? Crazy? Do you think that we will have another pandemic, another disease? Thank you for participating. Yeah, very good. That's true. Okay, let's continue with an activity over here. We are going to read a passage with this name, An Incredible Vegetable. What are we going to do here? So we are going to, as you can see here, we have some words in capital letters at the end of each line or number line, right? What we need to do is try to put these words using the correct part of a speech to complete these sentences. So we are going to read the text. We are going to use the word given in capitals at the end of the lines. To form a word, we are going to use word formation that fits in the gap. There is an example at the beginning so that you can see what I'm talking about. For example, if you can see the number A over here, common is commonly. An incredible vegetable, it says garlic, a member of the Liliaceae family, which also includes onions, is over here commonly. Commonly used in cooking all around the world. So what we need to do here is what part of a speech is missing? Is missing a noun, a verb, an adjective? What's missing? So we are going to try to complete this text. Okay? Help me please with number 1. Excellent. So the word product, you have changed that word into producer. Huh? Because after this superlative, largest, you need to use a noun, producer of garlic. After largest, you need to use the noun of the word product, producer. Producer of garlic, which is particularly associated with the dishes of Northern Africa and Southern Europe. It is native to Central Asia and has long had a history as a health-giving food, used both to prevent and cure. How can you complete number 2? Excellent. The same, right? Prevent and cure illnesses. Illnesses in ancient, prevent and cure illnesses, period. In ancient Egypt, workers built the pyramids. Workers building the pyramids were given garlic to keep them strong, while Olympic athletes in Greece aided to increase their resistance to infection. The forefather of antibiotic medicine, Louis Pasteur claimed garlic was as, what about number 3? Effective. What word is effective? Is it a noun, an adjective, a verb? What is part of a speech is effective? Very good. Is effective an adjective? Effective is an adjective. Was as effective as penicillin. Very good. In treating infections. Modern day. Mhm. Modern day scientists. Mhm. Modern day scientists have proved that garlic can indeed kill bacteria and even some viruses. So it can be very useful for people who have coughs and colds. In number 5, mhm, in addition, very good. In addition, some doctors believe that garlic can reduce blood. Excellent pressure and reduce blood pressure. Number 7, the only mhm, disadvantage. The only disadvantage to this truly amazing food is that the strong and rather, number 8, mhm, excellent, spicy. Mhm. Spicy smell of garlic is not the most pleasant. Very good. Mhm. Do you like eating garlic? Do you like garlic? Do you like onions? Yes. What can you prepare with garlic? What is the most common food prepared with garlic? Excellent, Sylvia. Rice. Uh-huh. How do you like eating onions? Tacos, yeah, of course. You use garlics. Salad, in salads. Okay, very good. Um, in the text that we have read, excellent, Papa Rellena, they mention some illnesses. They over here, it says, where here? Okay, especially here in this line. Let me check over here. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Yeah, over here. In this part, they mention that Asia, it is native to Central Asia. Okay. And it also has long had a history as a health-giving food, used both to prevent and cure illnesses. What illnesses can garlic cure? Okay, coughs and colds. Thank you. Any other ideas or any other diseases that garlic can cure? What other benefits are mentioned here in the text? Infections also, wounds. Very good. Excellent. Reduction of blood pressure. Mhm. Good. Thank you. And also in the text says that it can kill bacteria, right? To reduce the infection. Very good. Very good. Mhm. Okay, let's continue. So, extra practice. What can you do here? Okay. Again, you have one word and you need to complete it. Oh, I'm sorry. So that we can complete the idea with the correct part of a speech. Okay, let's read. In today's fast-paced world, effective communication is for success in both personal and professional life. Very good. Essence is going to be changed to essential. Very good. So it's going to be essential, number one. Essential. Excellent. What about number two? Without the ability to express thoughts and ideas. What word or what part of a speech is clearly? What part of a speech is that? Excellent. So, without the ability to express thoughts and ideas clearly, misunderstandings can arise, leading to conflicts and also missed opportunities. Excellent. What about number three? People often. Excellent. Underestimate. Underestimate. Uh-huh. People often underestimate the importance of communicating clearly, assuming that others will naturally understand their number 4 intention. Very good. However, effective communication requires effort and practice. Very good. One key aspect of number 5. Excellent. Effective communication is active listening. It's not enough to just hear words. One must actively, mhm, actively engage with the speaker, asking questions for clarification. Asking questions for clarification. Additionally, in the age of technology, digital mhm, communication tools play a significant role in connecting people worldwide. Embracing these tools can enhance our ability to reach a global audience. Very good. Thank you. So let's do some questions so that you can answer me. In a year's time, how long will you have been studying English? In a year time. Mhm. How long? 4 years. Mhm. Another answer. How long will you have been studying English? Mhm. 5 years. Ay, ¿cómo cae ese miedo? What do you think the career of the future will be? What do you think the career of the future will be? Or what would you like to study? What will you like to study in the future? Technology, very good. Artificial intelligence, data management, or something similar. Okay, good. Good name. Japanese, mechatronic. Mhm. What are you going to do this evening after dinner? What are you going to do this evening after dinner? Do you have any plans? Okay. As usual, take my dog to walk. Very good. Good. I'm going to watch a movie and then go to sleep. Nice. Hmm. I'm going to clean my room. Good. I'm planning to watch the news on TV. TV news. Yeah, okay. Good. Messages. Where are you going on your next vacation? Do you have any plans for vacations? Yes, travel to Peru. Good, Kevin. What place, Kevin? What place in Peru? 2024. Yeah, of course. Traveling. Where to? Whereabouts? Ica. Lovely. Do you know Huacachina? Where are you from, Kevin? Kevin. Guatemala. Nice. And what about you, Coco? Where are you from? Oh, I would like to go to England. Cusco. Oh, nice. What are you going to do as soon as you leave English class today? What are you going to do? After this class, what are you going to do? Are you going to grab a cup of coffee? Are you going to call a friend? Are you going to do some errands? I will have dinner. Mhm. Yeah. Take a cup of coffee and wait for my daughter. Take a shower. Good. Going to basic French class in minute. Good. Um, by what date will you have finished your English studies? You believe. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Because we never stop learning. We always learn something new, right? And if you stop your studies, that means that you are going to tend to forget certain things. So the best is to keep practicing and studying all the time, a little bit, no? Each day. Good. I'm totally with you. What time does your next class begin? At 6, 7? For example, Miguel, French class, what time does it start? At 6, okay. So we are going to try to finish on time so that you can have some minutes spare to relax and get ready for your next class. What are you going to buy for your next birthday? Or better yet, what would you like to receive as a present for your birthday? Is there something that you need? You have no idea yet. Mhm. Good. Yeah, good. A violin, good. A tour to Europe, good. How are you going to spend Christmas? Are you going to stay with your family or are you planning on traveling to somewhere with your family? Mhm. You work. Mhm. Good. So, do you have a special tradition for New Year's Eve? Like maybe eating 12 grapes or walking around the block with suitcases? Spend Christmas with my family. Good. Eating grapes. Mhm. Question. Some people do resolutions for New Year's Eve, right? So, does any of your resolutions has been accomplished, or do any of your resolutions have been accomplished? Yeah, that was a tradition, right? A tradition for many people here. You used to make dolls with used clothes, old clothes. We cannot open the microphones because, yeah, there is a matter of, what can I say this? When we open the microphone, sometimes all the people want to talk at the same time. So that's why we are just trying to write in the chat. I know. Mhm. So, okay, let's continue. Thank you for sharing all your ideas in the chat. Buy a new book, something, right? So here we have some interactive practices that we can use in our spare time to reinforce the topic. And I will try to ask the managers if we can open microphones in our next session so that we can speak a little bit, share some information. Okay, let me talk to the people in charge so that if we are able to open our microphones. Right? And it's going to be also some rules for you. If one of your partners is talking, the rest must be quiet and listening until you get your turn, right? Yeah, it would be great. I used to do it in the first class I had, but some things happen and then we shut our microphones off. So I will ask my boss if we can open the microphones in our next class. Okay. Okay, so everybody in the class, today we have work the future tense and for your plans, for education, for transportation, and from everything that's going to be changed. So we need to be ready, right? Like, for example, COVID-19, we weren't prepared for that, but we need to face things, right? No matter how hard it might look, we need to see the bright side of every battle or hardship we can be through, because life is an opportunity to overcome all the difficulties that we can have. Yeah, I agree with you, Roger. It's a good chance to improve your speaking by doing this. Okay, so you have any questions? Do you have any other questions? If you don't have any questions, we can say we dismiss the class. See you on Thursday, review the topics, and see you in our next class. Miss Monica, are you there?
Muchísimas gracias, maestra Jenny. Muchísimas gracias, maestra Jenny, por la clase impartida. Fue una excelente clase. Estimados participantes, felicitarles a cada uno de ustedes por haber culminado nuestra primera sesión de clase. Asimismo, invitarles a seguir nuestra página, que ya contamos con más de 20 cursos gratuitos habilitados para el mes de diciembre. Por favor, aprovechar al máximo y pueden invitar a sus amigos, familiares o amistades. O si no, para mayor información, por favor, comunicarse con el siguiente numerito que está en la pantallita para poderlos ayudar a cada uno de ustedes. Comunicado importante, ojito aquí, nosotros como institución no hacemos llamadas ni tampoco enviamos mensajes personales. Quien les habla, quien les saluda, soy la asistente académica, Mónica Costa, quien les estará acompañando el curso. Para cualquier duda o consulta, por favor, comunicarse con mi persona con el siguiente numerito que está en la pantallita para poderlos ayudar a cada uno de ustedes. El día de hoy nos ha impartido una hermosa clase y también su conocimiento es la maestra Jenny. Asimismo, aprovecho a hacer el reconocimiento a la maestra que va impartiendo su conocimiento en nuestra institución. Por favor, no se olviden de nuestros horarios. Nos vemos el día jueves en nuestra segunda sesión de clase. Frecuencia martes y jueves, horario de 4 a 6 de la tarde. Tendremos 2 semanas de nuestra capacitación. Les recomiendo que tomemos una foto o una captura del temario para que tengamos en cuenta los temas que estaremos aprendiendo durante nuestras 2 semanas de capacitación. Sobre nuestra metodología, recuerda que la clase es en tiempo real y asimismo es grabada y se enviará a su grupo de WhatsApp para que usted pueda repasar y poner en práctica toda la información, los enlaces, los materiales, los videos, se envía a su grupito de WhatsApp. Al finalizar el curso, usted dará un examen para que pueda tramitar su certificado de manera opcional. Al finalizar el curso, usted obtendrá un certificado con mención en inglés avanzado C2 a nombre de nuestra institución. Y también recuerde que el certificado sale con 90 horas académicas. Si usted me pregunta, señorita, ¿por qué sale con 90 horas académicas? Claro que sí sale, porque cuando usted va a tramitar, tendrá como agregar el campus virtual habilitado por más de 2 años. ¿Cómo estaremos en contacto? Por esa razón sale con 90 horas académicas. Para que usted pueda tramitar, tiene que tener una nota mayor e igual a 14. El costo es muy simbólico, de 30 soles, es para mantener sostenible nuestra institución y para seguir brindando más cursos gratuitos. El trámite es opcional, pero como institución le recomendamos que tramite un certificado. Recuerda que el certificado avala tu conocimiento. Como ya lo he mencionado, los participantes que van a tramitar tendrán como agregar el campus virtual. En el campus virtual usted va a encontrar materiales, videos y recursos adicionales. Y también recuerda que el certificado cuenta con un sistema de código de validación que es el código QR. Para mayor información, por favor, comunicarse con la oficina de certificación con el siguiente numerito que está en la pantallita para poderlos ayudar a cada uno de ustedes. Asimismo, hacemos envíos a nivel nacional. De manera digital se envía a su WhatsApp personal por PDF y por otro lado que hacemos envíos de manera física a nivel nacional. Nuestra institución trabaja con la empresa Sharon. Para cualquier duda o consulta, por favor comunicarse con mi persona con el siguiente numerito que está en la pantallita para poderlos ayudar a cada uno de ustedes. Asimismo, estamos eternamente agradecidos con cada uno de ustedes por ser parte de nuestra familia y también por confiar en nuestra institución. Que tengan una bonita tarde y una bonita semana muy bendecida para cada uno de ustedes. Por favor, no olviden de repasar y poner en práctica. Muy buenas tardes, queridos, estimados participantes. Nos vemos el día jueves en nuestra segunda sesión de clase.